What's going on, everybody? It's Eli here from TreeFall Studios. This is the Friday stream, baby. Let me go ahead and share this out on everything. Friday stream time will be my cheesy posts. Let's tweet it out. Let's put that in the Discord. Just share the post. Facebook, and we're good to go. Boom, boom. Close that. Leave that open. Minimize that unless this becomes a problem. Alright, so I think we're live and rolling. Let me know if the audio is fixed. Yesterday had some stream setup problems. Looks like everything is recording correctly. Yeah, that's gotta be what it is. Okay. Double checking my settings real fast before getting started. Looks like we're pulling in enough internet now. YouTube has a buffering a tad. ExpressVPN always kind of roasts the stream. I just need to go ahead and turn that down right away. My computer's double streaming. Let me cut that down. So I can see that. Okay. All right, I think that's going now. Let me know if there's any problems or if that is coming through loud and clear. Yesterday we were doing some environment art and the lighting a little bit. I wanted to go ahead and show how terrible it's looking now after working on it yesterday, because I'm having some severe issues getting the Unity HDRP working. I don't know what the deal is with the lights. For some reason, I have the directional light working pretty well. I changed the lighting around and all this to test different things, but this is on the baked mode. You can see I baked the light map here just to see if I could get this spotlight to work, but for some reason, and I was reading through this on Reddit and on the Unity forums and stuff like that, a lot of other people were also having issues with point lights and spotlights not working. And basically, yesterday I was trying to get them to work, and you have to turn the intensity way up, and it's I don't know why. The directional light works just fine. I have the sky out here. I even got rid of the clouds and stuff to see if that was affecting it, and just have the physically based procedural sky. But for some reason that light works, and then these are not lighting the interior well. They were not showing up at all on real time. So what I did was I changed them to mixed. Set this stuff to static. I created the light map. I'll show you what the see that's what I don't understand. This is what the light map looks like, ultra bright, but that can't be right because we're just seeing nothing but darkness. If we delete the lighting, clearing the baked data, we'll be able to see again because we're on mixed. And then if I go down here, I'm just going to get rid of these for now because they're pretty much terrible. Directional light, I'm going to put it back on real time so we can continue to see like we're seeing. And I tried doing different day times. You can see like this is more, when you turn it, you get more evening time. I kind of want it to be brighter in here, but I kind of like this shadow, kind of like this. So I think that we'll just leave it like this for now. And I'm just going to have to do some more research in the Unity documentation and try to figure out all the light settings that I need to be having selected between the lighting settings, these settings, the sky and fog volumes, and then the I don't know if post-processing is affecting it at all. I don't know if my settings that I've mixed together are not good for this or something. And I saw a bunch of people having issues with this on the forums and on Reddit and stuff, and so far I have not found a really good answer. Most people were like, just try turning up your illumination settings to 1,000,000 and seeing if you can see the light, and some of them were like, check this setting, check that, and I did, and none of those settings actually fixed the light, and a lot of people said the same thing online. So for now, we're not going to bother with the lighting. I'm meant to do more research and do that last to try to get this to look a lot better. But I will go ahead and update you on the table. Here it is in Blender. I finished it off. I did triangle sides. We were going after a little table that looked like this yesterday. And you can see it's in here. We turn the lighting off. I don't know why. Maybe this is part of the problem. If we turn the lighting off, I'm not sure what the blue shading is about. I'm not really sure. But okay, you can still see it a little bit here. We have it all textured properly up top. It's got the metal reflective textures on the sides. It has these little crossbars built here. I mean, it's pretty dark. You can't totally see it, but it's got the crossbar here on this side, and then it has this here for the base. So I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely ready to have some models on top and on bottom to go beside the couch. So yeah, I think the lighting is, you can see it. Let me grab my controller. Yeah, I mean, now it's pretty dark whenever we got rid of the clouds, whenever I got rid of the clouds and the sun that was like shining through here. Like, I have no idea like how that was lighting the scene. So yeah, I mean, that'll have to get fixed later. So today, I think for a little bit of live dev on YouTube, I am going to be building some new models. We did the side table. I wanted to show you that I finished that up. And I was thinking of doing some very Pitterpot themed stuff. I think like first we'll start off for decorating this side table, since it's so close to this window here, and this is where the light would come in. Kind of like the positioning of this side table, but I mean, I can move it like a little bit to where you could see a little bit of the light hitting it. We're going to be modeling a plant to sit on top of the table, which will be pretty cool. Let me make sure I'm off in the side here. Let me pull up some of my textures that I have downloaded. Make sure I can get in here. Alright, yeah. Snake plant. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I think I've already got that downloaded. Some images for this. Let me check my textures folder real fast before I start going crazy on the modeling. Leaves. Actually don't think I have that one downloaded. Marble. Let me see if I've got the marble for the pot. Previews, not that one. That would work for one pot. Previews. Alright, I'll use that one. I know I've got some dirt. It's probably in my ground folder or mud. Ground muddy. Is the leaves. Let's see if I can pull those without doing too much damage to the stream health. Decently large file there, actually. I'm also going to be doing this. Whoa. I'm used to having it ask me before deleting it. I'm also going to be doing this kind of like by my own memory, kind of what a pot would look like, because I've done so many of these, to be honest. I'm not going to actually snap cursor to world origin. Lost my cursor. I know there's a hotkey for that, but I've already forgotten it. I'm not going to use a reference image for this because we're just going to go with like a little curvy pot and a couple blades of grass. Could end up looking really bad, and then in which case I'll pull an image for us to look at. Let's see. Kind of like a little pot. I'm just going to shape it out for a sec. Something like this. And then we're going to do a couple cuts. Already looking a whole lot better. Shading smooth. Looking a lot better. Cheating. Looking a lot better. See if we can get this low poly and have the right shading. Let's hit a bevel. Here. Perfect. We're going to inset this here, something like that. Yeah, I would say that's a lowish poly looking pot. Maybe not the best, to be honest. Maybe we should not trust our memory and go with pull that beveled edge. I'm trying to kind of keep it low poly, but I feel like it needs like a little rounding out there. Now we're going to add some grass. Let me double check this. Cut that, stick that in my textures folder. I guess we'll put this with the leaves here. Extract those leaves. Alright, that looks great. I'm also realizing I'm not running my music. I paused that to try to figure out the network issues, so I'm going to slowly start the music cranking back up. And yeah, that's good. So PNG. Alright, so snake plant leaves, they're kind of straight and curved, I guess. I'm very tired today. I'm gonna have to keep today's stream short. Let's go to edit mode. Let's wireframe it. We're gonna basically, snake plant leaves are kind of tall, but we're gonna go with like a baby one for this. Kind of like, or not really too big. And I have a little bit of 3D. Not that much. We're gonna wrap that. I need to save this as snake plant. Alright, let's see if we can do this from scratch here, and I can show you guys the new way to do this. It's very annoying on, let me cut my headphones down a little bit, this song's a little loud. This is really annoying on the new way Blender works. So it used to be that you could click on something and then just say textured shading. That doesn't work anymore. You have to give it a material. You have to go to the shader editor, pull this guy up, and we want another one. Need the UV editor to take a look. Alright, we want to search, or new maybe. No. What is the search slot down here? Maybe it's just Shift A, yeah. And I want to say Shift A, I think it's texture. Maybe it's just an image texture. Drop it in the base input, give it a new, that's fine. Wrong one. We're opening it up and we're going to navigate to a giant textures folder. Go in our polygon, spot, leaves, snake plant, and we're going to pull up color so we can look at that. Alright, so now we're able to see it. So this is really important. And here we are. Well, it's not showing us our alpha here, but that's okay. If we do something like that, that snake plant would look just like that. Although I think it's upside down. Yeah. I don't really know, to be honest, if this is gonna look right. Let's just double check that. We're gonna go to export, snake plant. We're gonna go to Unity. We're gonna start to have a problem here because this is looking terrible. I need to organize what we're actually gonna keep and what we're gonna use. probably do scaling of 5, see how this is in line with the sizes. And let's see what it looks like on the table. Snake plant, where did you go? S's. Yeah, 5 is going to be too big. This is like a 3. It's not really modeled on the correct units. Put this little guy on the table. To be honest, this is still like a little bit of a big potted plant. Looks alright, but scaling of 2 might be even better. We're definitely having some internet interference. Sorry about that. Hopefully it looks alright on the stream. YouTube is warning me. Yeah, I think a scale of 2, this looks perfect for a snake plant. A little plant on the back of this little coffee table, because we're going to want to put like a cup holder, like a little picture frame, and we got this little plant here. But now let's say we want, zoom over here, we're wanting to bring in a few textures. Just to give this a test before we make all the rest of the leaves, we need to make sure that this actually looks good. I gotcha. Oh wow, you have to actually bring in the mask file. They don't give it to you with transparency. Oh, it has a translucent map though. I guess we'll just bring this one in. How is that even possible? I guess I don't count. I'm going to select alpha is transparency. We're going to create a new material. Call this snake plant leaves. Yep, we can do that. We're going to put the base map in. Going to go that transparent. So transparent doesn't look good. A rendering pass. Did that freeze it? Yeah, that was like really hard for Unity to figure it out. Go back to the alpha clipping, maybe. These material settings are all different. Yeah, that got rid of it. Alright, so you can see, yeah, is that correct? Yeah, so that giant snake plant is a leaf, but does not look very good. Hello. Thanks for stopping into the chat. How are you doing today? So I think that we are going to, so this is going to work, this texturing method, but what we're going to need to do is we need to get a wireframe so we can select both of these images. We're going to want to pull this up, and now we can see this. Let's go to the modeling tab so we can see this in like full image. And we're going to give this guy a raise. So the snake plant is a little bit larger, because those leaves, we'll do like a bigger leaf behind it. And also what we need to do is, to make this a little bit better looking, we're probably gonna loop cut it here. Select that loop cut, give it a little bit of a 3D bevel. And then what we need to do is get rid of the other plane. Faces. We want to take this guy, Shift D, mesh, normals, flip. It's a little 3D on that curve. I'm going to save that, export that. Good to hear. Glad you're here on the stream. And now we're going to switch back over into Unity. We're going to re-import this guy and see if the larger snake plant. No, we've lost our folder for the actual game. So we're going to go back to our development folder, open Pic-A-Block, and we're going to import the snake plant. Alright, this was on a scale of 2. We're going to redo these settings. Pull this in here, and let's see what that looks like. Alright, that looks a little bit better, taller, a little bit more proportional. Also, let's see if we can see a little bit of that 3D. Yeah, we can see like there's actually a crease in the snake plant where it would normally have a little bit of a crease. They're usually kind of flat, but honestly I could make this a little thicker for dramatization, I guess. And then, yeah. So we'll do like 4 or 5 of those. We'll switch back over here. We need to pull the handle here. Let's duplicate that. Let's raise him up. Rotate on the Z by 180. And then what we're going to do is rotate around the Z by just a tad to give it a little bit more shape. We are going to actually go in here and kill this. Delete those faces. We want to just go ahead and start from scratch here, though, before having to duplicate. Just going to pull to this. Pull that a little bit thicker on the 3D. Let's go back to vertex mode. Let's go here so we can see. Pull it a little bit. Maybe a little bit taller to go a lot bigger than that other guy. And then what we want to do is go back to our UV editing. Alright. Wrap it again. A lot of these are short and fat stems. I guess we'll go here to get the closest that we can go. And we'll scale this on the X to fit just over that. So that would be there. And then what we'll do is go back here, Shift D, so we duplicated it. And then we want to go to Mesh, Normals, Flip. Let's save that. And it's kind of a little bit of a waste of time because we kind of know what we're doing here. But I'm going to go ahead and export it again. Delete, re-import. Just so I can take a look at it. Snake plant 2. And let's see. Oh yeah, that one was also upside down. But that one is actually going to look very good. So we need to rotate by 180. I also love this, so we're going to go ahead and duplicate him. We're going to rotate it around the Z. Rotate this a little bit like around the X. Rotate around the Z again. We're going to pull him down some. And we're going to go wireframe. Deselect all of this. We're going to grab this. Pull him down a little bit like that and drag him out a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna look super cool. Control save. And now let's do, to fill out this other side of the plant, we should make another plane here for one of these short guys, like a short fat leaf, one that's like trying to grow, or maybe this little bitty guy. That might be cool. Him. Let's look at him over here. Let's pull out face view. It's easier to get rid of the duplicates. So these two need to go. And then let's go back to this view. Let's pull our vertices up again. Go back to wireframe so I can see more easily what we're doing. We're going for a little shorter leaf. And the little fatter leaves, probably, you know, they could probably use something like this to go ahead and round them out. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, now what we need to go ahead and let's go ahead and set the transform to set origin to volume. Let's rotate it on the Z by 180. Let's see what we got going on here. And you rotate around the Z this way. Yeah, and he's gonna fill out the leaves perfectly this way. So this guy, let's put him on the UVs down here. Should we do this little leaf? Maybe we'll do two of those little leaves. What do you think of that? The little leaves might be good. And then we'll go ahead and Shift-D this and go to mesh. Again, normals flip. So now he's completed. Let's duplicate this completely. Stick him another on this other side. Rotate around the Z. Scale this one down a little bit. Rotate it around the Y. Not that much. That would be a little crazy. Something like that. Alright, that snake plant is gonna look awesome, if you trust me. Now we're gonna unwrap this pot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these. We're gonna go this actually. And we're gonna go UV, mark this seam. We wanna mark the tops. What's the front? That's the front. So we wanna cut the back. Not there, not there, there. And the bottom. We're gonna mark those seams. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and set the scale. We're gonna unwrap. See what that looks like. Yeah, smart unwrap. I think I like my better. And the only thing I want to do is go here. We're gonna unwrap this fully. My smart unwrap should be good. We're gonna set that to a different selection. So boom, 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 boom. File save, file export, FBX. We're gonna re-export that. We're gonna go back into Unity. We're gonna delete this guy. We're gonna put the new snake plant in. Scale of 2, once again. We're gonna hide all of these. We're gonna apply that scale. And now, I mean, it's still a little dark over here. I guess, to be honest, the fog volume kind of helped with the lighting. I turned the fog off, so what I could do is, where's my fog? Here we are. I could just enable the fog again so we can kind of see a little bit better. Yeah, it's like the fog lights up the room before we fix the lighting. We're gonna drag the, oh silly me, ruined it. Those ones still need to get flipped. Did I forget to flip all of them? Let's see. Yeah, so the big one, the tallest one, and the two little ones need to get rotated. So what we need to do is go back here, rotate by 180. Actually, just kidding. Flip that, yeah. All right, here's the tallest one. This one we need to rotate by 180. And the little guy, select all, we need to rotate by 180. This little guy, rotate by 180. All right, that should be it, I think. We're gonna re-export him again, overwrite, go back to Unity. Trust me, in just a few seconds, this is gonna look super HD and super cool. Change all those settings again. And then, all right, so yeah, we have really cool plants. We got the little, how did I miss this guy? I must have flipped him twice. Oh no, I flipped it right once, but it did not get the other side. Is that how this one is? Or is he right on both sides? He's right on that side, and he's right on that side. What about the tall one? Right on that one? Or wrong on both? All right, that feels a little odd. So this guy, yeah, awkward. He's incorrect on this side. Perfect, so that does work. All right, so Control L to select that selection, rotate there. Now if we highlight all of that, they should be on the same thing, which they are, so that one is correct. Now is this giant tall one, I believe. This giant tall guy here, he is incorrect on both sides. I must have flipped that twice on accident, because I swear, you have to go back and look at the stream. I swear I just flipped that one. So we're in edit mode here. Make sure we have it all selected. Okay, we do. Rotate by 180. Save. Now this should be working, I guess. Let's see. I might have to just to be safe, copy component, delete the snake plant, import the asset, snake plant, go to the scale of 2, we don't need any of these things, apply, then we're going to go to snake plant, we're going to drag it into the scene setup, we're going to paste component values to get back onto the table, we are going to drop this texture in. See, now I flipped both of them the wrong way. That is kind of mind-blowingly infuriating. And now he... Okay. This just shows you how confusing this stuff can be sometimes for something so simple. Alright, so the big one is done. The big one is correct. Is this little guy down here correct or incorrect? The little one is correct. This guy is incorrect. This one, must be what I accidentally flipped. Yeah, so this guy is the one I clicked on. I must have accidentally flipped him over. It's this side. That's a 180 flip. Let's double check, highlight all of them. They're on the same UV lineup now. Now that should take care of this one. Big one is done, medium one is done, small one is done. So we once again, we just need to flip the outside. No, wait, do we need to flip them both? They are on the same wavelength. So now we just need to blender the medium sized guy. Make sure, deselect, highlight all. Now, that, I guess you could let me know in the comments if you think that this is going to be right or it's still going to be one more that we flipped the wrong way. Highly possible something is still wrong. Re-import. Game development is trial and error, everyone. Trial and error. Smile and wave, boys. Okay. Yeah, like that. Now we got this guy on the same page, but it's both upside down. So this is the final fix. This is the second to biggest one. So this guy. Make sure I deselect all, highlight all, flip by 180. Wow, this could just give you the biggest headache of all time. Just for a couple of leaves. Just for a couple of leaves. We just really want this to look pretty, you know? Let's get rid of all of this. I'm almost going to forget we wanted it too. And this should be the fixer-upper, so let's go ahead and get rid of the animations. We don't need to import any of that. Alright, medium sizes are good, the big ones are good, and the small ones are good. We have achieved victory. Now I am going to bring over a couple of other assets. Mud, ground muddy. Now this is, I should have done this earlier. We need the ambient occlusion, color displacement, normal. Alright, check this out. This is going to be super awesome. Make sure we've got enough stream speed. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a material, and we're going to call this mud. And we need to find the ground mud textures. We're going to put in the base map. We're going to go here. We're going to set this to a normal map. We're going to go to the displacement, turn off alpha color texture channel. We're going to go here, turn off alpha color texture channel. And then we're going to go to mud. We're going to put in the normal map in its spot. We're going to go to the... Oh wait, I have to change that. I can put the... Is this where it takes those values now? I thought you could still do a height map from here. Turn on displacement before you can do it. Let's just look at this first here. Alright, that's beautiful. Actually, there's literally zero reason to have a displacement map in here and starting to do some height displacement, because from where the camera is, I don't even think that you can see that dirt. Yeah, okay. You can't even see it, so we're just going to leave it alone. It's already taking up too much memory. Let's go ahead. Well, I mean, does it have a... What is the detail map? Smoothness, value, normal map, detail albedo. Okay, so the inclusion is supposed to be in the G channel, the RGB, red, green, blue. It's supposed to be created in here. Now, I haven't found a good way to make these maps yet. Channel editing, it's so bad. I just need to get Photoshop again because it'd be a whole lot easier. Like, I tried it in GIMP and I got it to work like once, and then Infinity Photo has a hard time saving the channels right. So I haven't been able to make the mass maps correctly for this just yet. So, but we really don't need the displacement. That's way too big of a file for not... There we go. Alright, let me take a look at that. I'm not totally sure. Are we live again? Sending signal. Play. I think... Let me see if that works. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see if I can get this back up. I'm trying to look at my stats here. Now that I cut the automatic... what do you call it? The automatic ending stream. Like YouTube has these settings where they cut the stream off for you if there's like no connection or if you stop streaming or whatever. And then I kept losing internet, having all these internet problems, and so I decided, hey, I turned that setting off. But then when I just lost the internet, I can't get in there to turn off the stream until I can get reconnected. There's some severe problems for some reason with OBS and my ExpressVPN for one, but then for some reason my Netgear router, it's like it just dies, and I'll have complete internet connection, full speed, and then it will be like OBS will disconnect and not stay connected. So I'm not actually sure if the stream, because it's sitting there filming me the whole time where I'm trying to figure out the internet problems and get it reconnected. I'm not sure if like that lags and then goes live on YouTube, or if that part's cut out. I'm not totally sure, but I think I've got it all figured out and live again. I'm gonna go ahead and end pretty soon. We'll finish up this plant since we're having some issues today. I'm still getting ready to move. I'm now really close to my move, and we'll be in a new office afterwards. Hopefully I will start with some new software to stream with. Also better, just a better setup overall, so I can try to avoid more of these interruptions. They're not exactly welcome, but hey, you know, you do what you got to do. Sometimes it's, like I said, game development is trial and error. All right, supported by marble textures, so I'm going to create a material and call it marble. We need to set this to a normal map. Apply that. We need to go to our, those are the only two I brought in? I think so. Are we still? Okay, getting more errors already. We're gonna have to cut this real short. Put the normal map in there. Wow. Okay, so my unwrap did not work correctly. Actually, no, it did. I just didn't fully. Where was I? Yeah, I forgot about this. Do we want this to tile perfectly? Or do we like this size of the marble that as it is? Looks really awesome. We turn up the smoothness value on this. Probably like 0.85. Very reflective. And then, of course, what we do is rotate this by 180, and you'll never see it again, everyone. I think the scale of like all of these plant leaves could definitely be bigger, although like let's go with this big one right here, and let's go 200, 200, 200. Is that what it's going to take to be visible in the background? I'm not sure. Let's see. Honestly, yeah, probably. It's so small in the background, and you're barely going to get to see the room with all the puzzles in the way, that we probably want to scale up all of these. I don't really like to do it like this. So we'll go back here. Scale by 2. To be honest, I am going to do it in Unity. I'll leave the original model because I like how it looks in there. Because it's going to be a lot of fixing in Blender, it's probably easier to fix it in here. Because I don't think I'm going to do it on every leaf. I'm just going to double a couple of the leaves so that they're visible. But I want you to be able to see these little itty bitty leaves. So like this guy, we'll just bring him over here. Like that. Let's just give him like 100. So he's visible. And then this guy, we want him visible too, just to hang out the side. What does that look like? Let's see how well you can see this. I mean, you're going to be able to see it a lot better when the lighting is fixed. But yeah, so you can see the little leaves off to the side. You can see the big snake plant leaves. Now this is literally a useless waste of computers rendering space. But it's possible for us to go to our leaves. I don't know if this is going to crash the stream. It's really having some trouble. Huh. Let's just go back to standard for now. Because that would mean that you couldn't do leaf cutouts. I don't know how you would do them with the alpha if you needed to cut the alpha off, but you wanted to have subsurface scattering to where the light goes through the leaves. I'm not really sure how Unity does that. That's something I'm going to need to research into lighting materials. Now this marble, this looks pretty good, to be honest. Like, you know, sometimes you can go to Lowe's hardware or, you know, somewhere like that, and you see like the marble looking white pots and stuff. That's kind of what I was going for with this. You can see we got the reflection on here already, kind of lighting a little bit of the sky. I made a reflection probe, but I don't know if it's actually working right now because I baked it. But I actually don't even know how this works completely. It's probably a bad idea to try to bake it on here. But I've already cleared all the data. I think that this is, I think it's baked. I can see the reflections of the room, and we can see the light and all that. So I need to double check once the lighting comes in here that we're actually reflecting everything properly. And I think that it should hit this. The probe should count for that far, but to be honest, I don't know. Is that reflecting in the table? Shouldn't be reflecting, I don't think. Let me double check that. Let's look at it in play mode one more time. Flies down, warps in. Yeah, no, the table looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good back there. To be honest, we could put it like a little lamp on the table instead of with the standing lamp. What else do we want to put on this table? So I think the plant looks pretty good. We just hid the seams. Could scale this up. I'm not totally sure. Well, one, I could just scale the UVs or whatever, but marble shader looks pretty good. I could just do the tiling by 2. Now, does that look better or worse? Kind of looks more like a pot that you would get from the store, I think. What do you guys think? Maybe scaling 2 on that material so it goes around twice. Yeah, I think that gives a little bit more dimension and maybe a little bit of extra color variation with the streaks in the marble back there. So that looks pretty good. I love this table. It's gonna be pretty cool when this is all full. So maybe like some books down here. Like, definitely, realistically speaking, you would have a cup holder, a picture frame would be in a regular family's home, you know, stuff like that. So maybe let's make the picture frame. That would be kind of cool. Of course, if we type in picture frame on Bing, of course it's shopping that comes up first. Let's see, what do we got? We have a good design. let's type in picture frame design. Let's see what that looks like. These are all just trying to get us to shop. Modern, ultra. I don't know if we're going totally modern with this family's house here. I think this is kind of like, we want like an old school one. But I don't really like the gold look. I don't think that would fit good. I think we need to go wooden and have the little black kickstand on the picture frame. Yeah, these all look pretty much horrible, and the internet has let us down. So, yeah, I mean, we know what a picture frame looks like. Let's go model that. The plant is done. It looks amazing. Environment art for the win. Alright, let's go ahead and go with picture frame. Delete all that. We're going to the front view. I'm gonna grab a drink of water real fast. Alright, so let's go to wireframe. Let's go to this side actually to go ahead and pull our guys in here. Shrink it up. Make this a little bit more realistic. It's gonna be a thick picture frame. I guess we will go with one block sizing. Something like let's say it's like 4 by 6, I guess. What do they call them? Picture frames. They're like wide. Now, since I didn't get a good reference image, I just gave up after like 2 seconds in order to continue to try to make this entertaining. We're gonna go off the top of our head. Now, is that halfway through? That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, is that right? All right, checking the stream health. Looks like we still have decent internet. YouTube is still receiving an error. Let me see if I can still see it. Yeah, I can. Okay. It's still up here. We got the good maze music coming in too. Alright, so that looks like about the right dimensions wise, I guess. Let's go back to solid front view. We want to grab this face only. We're going to inset the face. Whoa. Like, that's exactly what we need to do, but we're not doing that yet. So I want to do opposite of that. So we're going to go to inset the face. And here, what we're going to do, scale it a little bit more maybe. We're going to extrude it in so we have a picture frame. And we're not going to be so cheesy. We're not going to just make it a box, because we love to throw polygons at our processing system. And actually, can we just... We don't actually have to extrude this now, do we? What does that look like on this side? Looks kind of bad. I think what we need to do is pull this guy down. Yeah. Picture frames always come with that little curve on the wood for some reason. And then, to be honest, let's just make this about as simple as humanly possible. Let's just make another cube, and then like make it really small. Going back to wireframe. That's not what you want. All right, we are on the back of the picture. I'm just thinking for a second. Because those things are like kind of angled. It's kind of like, to be honest, this doesn't look right. This would be smaller to start. And then also not as thick. But we're talking about really shrinking up this model here. Be like this. And to be honest, this would be like here. And then this would be like all the way down, off to the side, scaled on the X, pulled up here, extruded down, still brought over, scaled only on the X, and that's what they look like. But to get this to go right, we need to go to the side view, and we need to pull all of these. We need to pull these to about right there. Then we need to let go of those and pull these. Ooh. I know there would have been an automated way to do this, but we're doing it by hand. Wow, would you look at that? That is what a picture frame looks like. But what we need to do is go on the X. Picture frames always, do they stand straight up? They kind of angle like that. Then this guy, we have a perfect pivot point. Rotate him around the X, about like that. And just pull a little bit of wireframe up. That would look like it would be on the ground. Would you look at that? Rename this picture frame. And then the unwrappings would be super easy as well for this. We'll go to this. First, click this, apply the scale. We're going to go to wireframe. It actually needs everything but these guys. Those would be perfect seams for that. Highlight him, completely unwrap it. We're just going to put a brown texture on him. Then we're going to go to this guy, look at him in solid mode. We're going to want seams around all of these corners. Basically all of those faces. Yeah, actually, to be honest, it's the whole thing. It's highlighting all of it. Apply that scale, unwrap that guy, go to UV editing. Wow, it took my eyes like way too long to figure that one out. Because, like, look, so ooh, I really hope that that doesn't pull in there. TreeFall. I'm supposed to loop the TreeFall streams. Repeat all. Yeah, because that will be blanked out content-wise. Alright, so what we need to do is open up a new image. So we have that. We were going to open it up. And we are going to go to we can even texture this out of the Unity project, HDRP assets. This one was called wood. We're gonna match the wood. No, that's a bad idea. Don't need to match it to the table. It needs to have its own image. Give me a second to get a better wood image. My assets. Let's see. I have a couple options. before scouring the internet for new ones. So it's textures. Let's go to wood. Oh, wow. I think I found a couple really good options, to be honest. This wood table worn, probably. Let me download that. It's looking pretty solid. Yeah, I unwrapped it like this because to have these wood frames cut off on the corners is how the normal picture frames actually look. So I think it's going to look right. I hate how it's doing that for some reason. Need to clean out my downloads. It's full of just random trash files, making it so hard to see. I really need to clean up the PC just to be, you know, efficient. Oh, I already had this one. Wood table worn. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take that. Displace. No, we just need the normal and the wood. Let's take that to our Unity project. Where is our Unity project? Can we show and explore? Beautiful. Assets. Let's just paste these in here. That's already in here? What did I use that for? Well, I already pulled over something that I thought would look perfect for the picture frame. Turns out we're not using it on anything in the scene anymore, so it's basically perfect. So now all we got to do is just go over here, open it up. We're already close to my folder. Going to the Unity project, HTRP assets, and this would be wood table worn. Do I only have normals, displacements? Oh, there's the diffuse. My eyes, dude. Holy cow. You know, that means it's time to cut this off. And I guess we're not going to be able to see it anyways without going here. Adding, it's got a material. We need to go to the shader editor. Slide this up, zoom into our nodes, Shift A, get rid of that, Shift A, texture, where are you? Image texture, drop it here, drag in the color to the base color channel, new, okay, open. I don't know why it keeps opening us up to that folder. I hope I didn't spoil some projects that haven't come out yet. Wood worn, just diffuse. Let's pull this up UVs just so we can see it. I kind of like this layout. We go options, textured. There we go. Wow. All right. Literally a smart unwrap project on this wood worn. Literally looks like the picture frame would. Let's just make sure. Let's go to modeling. I guess UV editing might be better. Can we see you now here? Thank you. Let's make sure these directions are the same. Like this is going this way. This is going this way. This one's going that way, and that one's going that way. I guess that would be realistic. The only thing we need to do is take this guy. Let's give him a full unwrap. We are going to make that a different model to put on a picture. You know what would be hilarious? Is like if we put like a TreeFall picture in here. Not like real, not like us. I mean, we could do a picture of the TreeFall team. That would be, you know, pretty cool. Actually, to be honest, it would fit the right dimensions and go in there and all that. But yeah, this guy's unwrapped fine. He has no overlapping UVs. We could put like a picture of like Pitterpot and stuff in here. You know, that would be pretty awesome. Like tease some of the other games. So I am going to be just exporting that FBX picture frame export. We're gonna be opening that up. We're gonna open this up. Bro. No, I'm gonna spoil games. I have to hide it. Alright, we gotta go TreeFall, my development projects. I need to like, I wish I could set my default directory here. And we're importing picture frame. Where have you gone? Picture frame. Let me just double check on my stream health. Looks like it's good. I'm barely in the camera frame. Wasn't hardly looking at that. Every time I zoom in to look at the computer, I disappear. But I think majority of the time I'm like sitting in the frame that's, I guess you can see it. Alright, so the picture frame is in. It's probably going to be a scale of like 3 probably to fit that correctly. Let's see. Huh. No. Scale of 2, that's for sure. 2 might even be too big. What do you guys think? Wow, this is gonna be cool. First off, it doesn't even matter. Alright, wow, 1 is actually fine. Doesn't even matter if we texture that with like the black felt that it's supposed to have, because it doesn't even matter that it's been modeled. You can't even see it from this angle, which is highly disappointing. I think I'll do something with the camera where we fly across the room so you can see all this stuff we've been working on modeling wise. Now this wood looks great. I mean, that looks great. Once the lighting is baked in here and I put a couple like lights in the roof, like the texture, and put the light in the lamp and all that stuff, and I actually get the values to work right, plus the sun coming in from the evening side, and you can see all this stuff, it's gonna look really cool. To be honest, this could be a really cool picture to have the actual team in there, or it could be really cool to have some Pitterpot concept art in there. Maybe we'll change it per level and be like really goofy with it. Let's see what that looks like. Warps in. Yeah, so that is gotta be about the right size picture frame in comparison to the plant. And yeah, that's looking really good, to be honest. Just delete all the blocks, solve the puzzle for the 1,000,000th time live, so no one else has to worry about how to push these blocks in the correct order. Boom, level complete. Warps away, flies all around. Now this is going to be really cool because when I get to it, once we finish the new level complete, we're going to get rid of the cursor to encode, and then we're going to warp the camera out, and it's going to be zooming out. The camera is going to be zooming out while we look at the whole level, while your little block statue is spinning around. So, you know, you'll get to see more of the room that we're spending so much time trying to make this look good. Yeah. Let me look. Not all of those assets. Let me stick this onto the other screen. I don't even think I've got any pictures in here that are... Okay. Now this is a perfect plug picture, I guess. This is not going to come across well. Oh, this would be cool. Let's pull this in here, and then let's pull my Discord picture in here. So I was going to say this is the perfect time to plug the Discord. The links are in the description. There should be an invite link to join the Discord. And then if you join, you will have the ability to use my silly emojis, which would be funny if we put it on the picture frame image. Let's see my alpha image. Here we go. We're gonna have to change the transparency to get this to work right. Transparent, alpha clipping. There we go. Except for it's upside down. We don't want that in general anyways, so what we want to do is go here. Rotate by 180. Save. We're going to redo that export. We're going to pull back into Unity. Picture frame is scale of 1. Delete it. Pull it back in. Picture frame. Don't need any of these imported. Apply. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, perfect. There I am with the finger guns. Yeah, so, and obviously now you can see through the image. To be honest, it's kind of cool because it kind of looks like the glass, and you would be pulling. Some picture frames are like this where you could see through them, and that way we could actually texture this and see the thing holding it up. So yeah, but it's now 4 o'clock, so that's gonna do it for today's Friday stream. Thanks for watching. It had a lot of issues in the beginning. We had a whole lot going on with the internet. For some reason, I use ExpressVPN, and for some reason my Netgear and stuff working with OBS keeps crashing out. Don't know what the deal is there. Gotta get that fixed. I'm gonna try to clean up my computer and get everything running. I'm gonna use a different Streamlabs setup for the streams next week, and hopefully that'll give us a little bit more of a secure connection, because the internet here is pretty good. So, you know, I don't know what the deal is there, but yeah, thanks for bearing through the pauses in the stream. I don't think it ever cut off. Looking at YouTube's stats here, I think it's still going on the entire time, so you can go back and watch all of it in case you missed any of it. And yeah, I think it had some slow moments in today's stream, but we got some good stuff done. We modeled this. I showed you this new table that was being worked on yesterday. It's now done. We modeled this plant from scratch, textured it with a marble texture, got some dirt in here. We have these snake plant leaves coming out, which is pretty cool. We just modeled this picture frame. I've got my silly picture on there. The UVs don't fit the whole screen anyways, but I will do some cool stuff for that. This is not textured yet, but it's unwrapped to take a procedural felt or black texture. Either one will be fine. Got some problems with the lighting. We're definitely not being able to see everything in here. I'm going to need to do some more HDRP lighting research. Seems like a lot of people are having a whole lot of trouble getting the lights to work very well in HDRP, or I guess maybe you're just noobs like me or trying it out for the first time. A lot of the settings are different. A lot of the things have changed. So, you know, it's just how it is. So, yeah, I think overall some pretty good progress. I need to do some more coding here. Definitely need to put together some more levels, but I really want to have all of this kind of set up so I can duplicate it into all of the levels correctly before we go ahead and build every level. Kind of got to roll on with this. This project is not visibly pretty enough yet to have the Steam page launch, but I'm going to be setting it up on the back end over the weekend and setting up the letter on Steam, and I will be sharing those out over the weekend, probably Monday they've got to go through a period after they're been submitted. Steam has to check them out to make sure that they're fine. But these Steam pages will be going up pretty soon, so you can put them on your wish list. If you haven't checked us out on Steam, we have a lot of awesome games on Steam. Another pitch at the end here. Check out Tilting Tiles or Perplexing Orb series or the Maze series. Basically, that's all of our games on Steam. There's 2 Maze games on there, first-person puzzle adventure games, 2 Perplexing Orb games on there, which are Super Monkey Ball inspired type games. And Tilting Tiles is a special puzzle game. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I mean, why not? Let's go to the Steam store before we're gone today. And if you go to the Steam store, see, this is something I'm working on. And you type in Maze Pedestal of Trials. So if you go over here, I'll pull it over here so you guys can see it. Let me make sure everything is showing up just fine. Alright, so this is Maze Pedestal of Trials on Steam. And then you can see we've got all of our games here. We have a pretty big bundle. I'm trying to push games on Steam because we don't have a huge audience on there. So if you want to buy all of them together, it's like really cheap. But what's really important, besides doing the wish lists, this is what we're trying to push now, is we have a Steam page. Got to change this logo here, and it gives all of our releases, the prices, if there's any games on discount, which we don't have any right now. And it will tell you our new upcoming games, which we're about to have in here. It will automatically alert you if you follow us. So what we're going to try to do is try to push this kind of hard. So follow us on Steam if you haven't followed us yet. That way, if you're a PC gamer, you don't play on PlayStation, you can check out some of the games here this way. And then follow us on Twitter at TreeFall Games. Follow us on Instagram at TreeFall Games. Check out the Discord links below. There's lots of guys in the Discord you can hang out with and chat with. I also post all of our updates and silly pictures and memes and stuff in there. So join us on Discord. If you're serious about helping out TreeFall Studios, we have a Patreon page. You can find us on patreon.com. You can get your shout-outs and YouTube videos. I don't do shout-outs every stream, but every time I post a YouTube video, you get shout-outs. You get your name in the credits of the game. You get access to Patreon-only posts where you get to see this stuff early. You get to know what we're working on before we're doing it. Because I'm working on this game live, showing a little bit of it per day moving forward. But there's a lot of games that I'm working on secretly behind the scenes. And then those games have not been announced yet. Sometimes the Patreon subscribers will get to see stuff that we're working on and things that are upcoming before they actually come out. So yeah, that's another cool thing about the Patreon page. It's at TreeFall Studios. There are pledge tiers for $1, $3, and $5. So you can give as little as $1 and get quite a few of those perks. To get all of the perks, you have to give $5, but you can check it out for a month for $1 just to see what we're all about and join in the TreeFall tribe. That's what we call the fan base. So definitely join the Discord if you want to be part of the TreeFall tribe. We do have shirts and stuff for sale, but pretty much no one buys them, so they're linked somewhere in our description. But yep, so that was a lot of fun. We're working on some of the models. I want to say I'll do a little bit of work over the weekend. I know that me and my wife are going to be going to hike a little bit on Saturday, so I might not be able to work too much tomorrow, but I'll work a little bit over the weekend, try to progress this, do a little bit of work on the lighting, so when you see it on the stream on Monday, cool. I lost the stream just as I was ending the last little bit, talking about what we're going to be doing on Monday. Now that I've got the internet, OBS is reconnected successfully. Looks like everything is back on YouTube. So I'll just say we're going to be building, I don't know what got cut out there. We'll be building cup holders, a cup to go on this, some books, and some other things for the side table, some magazines to go on this table, maybe some board games to go under here. That would be kind of cool, and a couple other things just to really flesh out this little living room here. But yep, thanks for tuning in to the stream. I really appreciate it. I can see there's a few people watching right now, so in case you're currently live or you're going to be catching up after the fact, you're watching a little bit behind. Hope you enjoyed the stream today. There are other episodes. This is the 4th episode. Yesterday's was cut into 2 parts because of the internet issues again, but you can go follow along to see how much we've been doing per day. If you check out the first episode, it's come a long way since then. If you look, I can go to one of the screen. Let's go to puzzle 1. We were really working with a whole different environment, last week. And wow, it's taking a sec to load. We had a terrain out here. You can't even see these images because there's no lighting. Everything's all messed up. But yeah, so a lot of stuff has changed, and you can catch up over those episodes. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We do game development content tutorials, how to set up your indie game studios. We do game publishing. If you're a indie developer who wants to get their games on consoles, I can get your game published on PlayStation. I can also help with Steam publishing, and we're also branching into Xbox now. My game Tilting Tiles, which is our highest rated game, and one of our most recent releases that has been approved for Xbox, so we're going to be releasing on ID at Xbox. So let me know. You can go to our website to get in for more information about that, and there'll be information. We have YouTube videos about that kind of stuff, and then also on YouTube we do videos like showing live game development, showing devlogs. A lot of the times I'll do devlog series, like a weekly series showing some of the major changes over the course of the week. This game is just getting live dev series, but some of my other games that are going to be dropping after this are going to go back to devlogs. So with that being said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a blast.